Hi, I'm going to talk about playing the ARP Odyssey synthesizer, or one of its clones. I know it is 2020 something, and this was developed in the early 70s, but we still see them around. Behringer make them, ARP make them, the originals are still there. There's a lot of them available in software. So you may go and find you've got access to an ARP Odyssey, and you may easily find when you get to it, you can't even make it make a sound because it's designed a little bit different from modern synthesizers. It's completely analog, it has no presets. So what the architecture is, it's got two oscillators which actually generate the sound. These are fed into a mixer, then into a filter, into an amplifier, and then out to the world. It has got two envelope generators, an ADSR envelope generator and an AR envelope generator, but today I'm only going to use the ADSR. So it doesn't have any presets, so you need a good starting point. One starting point that I use is the configuration of the panel that you can see right now. If you look, you can see that all of the faders are either all the way down, all the way up, some are in the middle, two are in the middle, and that's it. If we go here, most of those are in the middle or down. If we look at our switches, they are all up, except for this one and this one. You'll notice I've put little green stickers. They're the controls that you should change. Of course, when you know what you're doing, you can change everything. But when you're starting, if we go from this configuration, you just change the things that are marked and you can get an awful lot of different sounds. So, let's start. We've got the two oscillators, here and here, going into a mixer. There's another mixer here, that's a different thing. So, audio mixer into the filter. The controls for the filter are up here, the mixer is down here. So let's see what we've got. Currently we have VCO1. And it's got two waveforms, the sawtooth wave and the pulse wave. Now, I've got those up. They should be down. Okay, so we've got a square wave, which is the type of pulse wave. We can change the width of the pulse wave. So we're getting different timbres by changing the width. And this is just oscillator 1, and we can do it automatically, which is what I'd done accidentally before. Okay, let's look at oscillator 2. Basically exactly the same. There is one difference over here, but for now it's the same. Let's listen to the sawtooth wave and the pulse wave. Same as before. So what we can often do, we can just use one oscillator, or we can use two oscillators. Then we get this chorusing effect. Currently slightly out of tune. Now, speaking of tuning, these have got continuous tuning controls on it. So you always have to use a tuner to get yourself in tune so that your A sounds like an A. I always have a tuner when I have one of these analog synthesizers on stage with me. So we've got two oscillators. We've got another sound we can use, and that is noise. That's not noise, this is noise. And it's got two different types. I'm just going to keep to white noise. Now, the Odyssey is unusual in that it has another source, which is called a ring modulator. And that's when these two here, oscillator 1 and 2, are combined in our ring modulator. We do that by selecting him, and that sounds kind of the same. When I do this though, actually get really weird, strange sounds. The two are interacting with each other, generating all these inharmonic overtones when we play different notes. One of the features of the ARP Odyssey, which is unusual, is that it's got a duophonic keyboard. If I play VCO 1, it'll be that, and then the bottom note goes to the VCO 1, the top note goes to VCO 2. So that's an interesting feature. In fact, you can even make stringy type sounds by turning up the pulse width modulation with delays and echoes and stuff. I sometimes have used that on stage as a fake string synthesizer. So let's go and have a look at the filter. I'm going to get my pulse wave sound going into the filter. So we've got, in this particular one, we've got a choice of different filters. Bit noisy. With the resonance up, you can tell the difference. So I often use the number 1 filter. Okay, so we've got oscillators going into filter. We've got another thing which we can control, which is the envelopes. Now, the envelope generator up here, the AR envelope generator, I often don't use. Sometimes I do, but we can often get away just using the ADSR. Sometimes I would initialize it so that it's like that. And I can just then change the attack time when I'm playing with it. So that's a good general way that you can play the front panel of the Odyssey in real time, especially with improvisation groups and things like that, and that it will all behave itself in a predictable manner. Now, one thing which gets a lot of people confused is that the actual volume control, which I've marked with 2 dots here, is actually the envelope amount that's going to the amplifier. So this is actually the volume. It is not this. VCA gain will just make it drone forever. Sometimes that's good because you might go down and hit a note and just let it stay there. But often you don't want that, so this should be set to 0. That's why I've initialized it. These would be at 0. Okay, there are lots of other things. If you want to get vibrato, on this you could change some of the controls, but the easiest thing is to just, let me go to here, use the little PPC control here. If you want to change the vibrato speed, this is up here. Too fast, let's make it go slow. Make it go slower. Go ridiculously fast. So normally I would keep it somewhere around there. Okay, so that should give you a good starting point to explore the ARP Odyssey if you don't have some presets to start with. Okay, that's the end. Thank you.